Greetings. Today the moon goes into Taurus, so we have a shift into a more earthy, practical vibe, slowing down from where the moon has been for the past couple of days in fiery, action-oriented Aries. So we get an opportunity to connect with our bodies, to slow down a little bit, get regrounded, and sort of remember where we're at with this shift of the moon into Taurus, which happens at, let me get that for you. So 7:54 a.m. and I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Wednesday, December 11th, and that is 7:54 a.m. Pacific time. So adding 3 hours, that would be 10:54 a.m. Eastern, and then you can adjust for your own time zone. So with the shift into Taurus, we get a little bit more of a vibe of reconnecting and connecting with the earth through our senses. So that Taurus energy really likes to appreciate the good things in life. So smelling the wonderful aromas around you, tasting your food, really slowing down to connect with the beauty that is right here, right now in your daily life, whatever that is. And Taurus is about how we receive through our senses. So using your senses to remember that there is beauty in the world, there is something that you can be grateful for and appreciate right now. And that is what Taurus reminds us of. It also gives us an opportunity to take stock after we did some Aries actions with the moon in Aries, maybe took some risks, and we have that opportunity to kind of slow down, see what's happening, what kind of results are those actions bringing, and how do we want to take care of ourselves and adjust based on what we are learning from what happened when we took actions, right? What kind of results are we getting? How do we feel about that? What do we want to change? Maybe to really make the most of what we're capable of. And we have lots of planetary alignments to consider right now. We have Venus opposing Mars. So Venus is in Aquarius, recently passed by Pluto, bringing that intensity. Venus in Aquarius, as I was sharing yesterday, is really about shaking up our experience of desire, of what we find beautiful, what we want, what we're attracted to, getting outside the box, shaking things up a little bit. And so seeing what it is we want. As Venus heads toward its exact opposition with Mars, that will be early Thursday morning. So that's just a little bit before 3 a.m. Thursday morning, my time, which is Pacific time. And but we're feeling that opposition already between Mars and Venus. Mars being action, Venus being the gifts we want to receive, how we take in beauty and value and what we appreciate, but Mars being how we go for those things. So these themes are really up. And with the last couple of days of the moon being in Aries, we've had that impulse to act, to try things, to take risks. And so that Mars energy is coming through, and it's asking us to, look at what are you doing and what kind of results is that getting you? How do you want to um, what is it you want, and how can you adjust your actions to get those results in a more effective, more strategic, manner. So with the Mars retrograde, Mars went retrograde on December 6th, and it will be retrograde until February 23rd. So this is an opportunity to go inward, to really ask ourselves, what am I doing in terms of my way of moving in the world? And that's literal as well as figurative. So literally, like, what kinds of exercise are you getting? How are you moving your body? How are you getting from place to place, right? And rethinking some of those things, but also figuratively. So, like, what is your action strategy in your life? What is it you're doing to get the things you want? And where does that need some reevaluation, reorienting, and updating so that it is more effective for you to be able to get what you want? So we're reevaluating both, um, getting outside the box of what we value, what we find important, what we appreciate really, and what we want. And so what we want is, the thing that we're working on, right? Whatever that is. If it's something you want in your life, something, maybe it's Christmas presents if you're thinking about um, uh, the holidays and that sort of thing, or maybe it is something in your work that you are working on creating or working on as a goal. So we don't all often think of Venus as the energy of goals, but in the sense that it is what we want. It's what we desire. Whether that's jewels or money or the fanciest, best brand new thing, or whether that is, the thing that we want to create, the thing that we, want to have accomplished. That can be something we value as well. And so, in a sense, it is the goal that we are working toward it, in the sense that it's what we want. So, rethinking what you want, rethinking how you are taking actions to get that. And that is the theme of this Venus opposition to Mars. So with the Taurus energy, so we had the Aries energy, which is Mars focused, on Monday and Tuesday. And then for Wednesday and Thursday this week, we have the Taurus energy, which is more Venus focused. So shifting gears into thinking more about what you want. What are the results you want? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? Really connecting with those results or desires or what it is you want through your senses. And a great way to work with this Taurus moon energy is to take those extra moments to appreciate the things you like, the things that bring pleasure into your life. So maybe it's taking an extra pause to appreciate a beautiful color, even, right? That's something you see and you're like, wow, how often do I stop and just really take in that color and how it speaks to me? Or when you're eating your food, right? Really tasting your food, really taking in and valuing and appreciating what it gives you. How is it pleasurable for you? And so noticing what brings pleasure, what brings gifts into your life, certainly people that you might appreciate, and objects, possessions, things that you value, anything that you value and appreciate, just taking that extra moment to really take that in and say to yourself, wow, I am so grateful for this thing that brings beauty and pleasure into my life, and whatever gifts it is bringing you. So that's a great way to harmonize with that Venus energy and the Taurus moon, and bring it into what you value and appreciate, because focusing there can help you to unlock some of the Mars reorienting that may be happening. Because when you realize what you appreciate, you might start to connect a little bit more with how to bring more of that into your life and how to prioritize what brings beauty and pleasure and these gifts into your life, and how to make choices about what you do and how you move and how you act and behave that will bring more of that pleasure into your life. So, some thoughts for today. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Marina Orms. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. Check out my current special offer, a Mars retrograde reading, to see more about how Mars retrograde shows up in your chart, what you are learning about actions and strategies and moving forward, how to be seen in your creative work, how to shift your thinking about how to get things done, how to reinvigorate motivation and inspiration in your life. So, check out that Mars retrograde reading special offer. Thank you for being here and for hitting the subscribe button. I so appreciate you and your support, and look forward to sharing with you again. I'll see you next time, here every day with astrology for unshakable self care. Bye for now.